Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another manga review. I'm pretty excited for this one because it's finally the 5th volume of Sachi-iro no One Room. If you don't know what that is, I have the first 26 chapter reviews in my channel, and you can check those out later, guys. But this is the 5th volume, finally the start of it. The first chapter of the 5th volume being the 27th chapter in the whole series is finally out, and we get to know what happens. The last chapter ends with, you know, us thinking that the detectives are gonna catch Sachi and Oni-san, which also had a pretty weird kind of reveal to each other of what their real intentions were. So, before I start, warning, there's some spoiler alert there, as well as, if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so you guys can be notified each time I go live. So, let me start. The chapter itself is going to be, you know, the first chapters of each volume usually are meaty and usually are longer than the next ones, at least for this series. It almost seems the first and the last chapters are always the ones that capture your attention, and this one is not an exception. First, they focus on the detective side, and they actually don't catch him. When they open the door, the landlord says, "Oh, you just missed him." They decided to move out. He decided to have a opportunity to move out from the apartment. So the landlord doesn't know that there was a girl living with him, as well as he didn't know much about him and that he had a fake name. So that's all really what they got from the landlord. And the detective still, what bothers him the most is what the lady in the store gave him in the previous chapters we read, that she said, you know, they were holding hands and they had the biggest smiles, and that still bothers him. And the other thing is, you know, he said if he did get her out of there, he probably got her out of the box or something else. So why didn't she scream? She had so many opportunities to escape and she never did. So that is bothering the detective to kind of realize what's going on. So that story is still building up. And then we get a story part of Sachi and Oni-san. Sachi is still kind of being her bubbly fake self, and Oni-san is finally his true self, more serious, more straightforward. You know, she asked him, "So you're saying this is all my fault?" And he straight up says, "Yes, it's your fault." And she says, "Wow, before you would said no," and then something bubbly where it would, you know, probably be fake, but still, she points that out, that he is being, you know, a lot more straightforward. Not a bad thing. They talk about the relationship being more straightforward to each other, and that maybe it's not so much of a bad thing. They travel south of Tokyo, and she sees the ocean for the first time. And then the last part that we see in this chapter is them stopped in a gas station. She looks up, sees a lady, and thinks it's her mom, and she basically has a panic attack. And when he comes in, he calms her down and says, you know, that's not your mom, don't worry about it, she's not gonna get you. So she still has comfort in him, even though she knows his intentions, and that he doesn't really love her the way that she thought he loved him. So either or, she still has some type of affection for him, and there's still some type of comfort in him, and her past is shocking her more, and she points that out. You know, when she was first kidnapped, she would see her parents on TV, and it didn't affect her. This time, she saw her mom, what she thought was who she thought was her mom, and she panicked. So the story is unraveling itself. I'm real excited for this chapter. I think out of 10, I'm gonna give it right now an 8. I think this series is a great series. If you have not checked it out, you guys should check it out. I have 26 chapter reviews on this series, guys, so you guys can go check it out on my channel. Check out more of the story through those. Also, you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel so you guys can see the ongoing chapters of this series and other stuff. I'm doing right now my first impressions of the fall season 2018, so you can also see those on my channel. Thank you so much for all the support and love, guys, and like always, don't be strangers.